Okay, sir. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to do stuffed chicken breasts. It is the best because you get a nice big chunk of meat and you fill it with whatever you want, whatever you could fit in it, and you don't have to add anything else. In this video, I'm going to add it on top of broccoli, but in reality, you don't even have to add, you could add the broccoli in it. But anyway, you get yourself some chicken breasts like this. These are nice big ones. They sell them in a 2-pack or, whatever, 3-pack. Just get whatever's on sale and you're going to slice it and open it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And I like to use the tongs because that helps. And then I'm going to fill it with cream cheese. Yeah, cream cheese. You could use cottage cheese, just whatever you want. And I'm going to use cilantro and garlic slices. All right. Again, you could put broccoli in there. Just make sure the pieces are small. But yeah, I'm going to put those two things in there. Best cream cheese ever. Just FYI. And it's USDA organic and non-GMO. Just saying. All right. And I'm going to scoop it in there and put it in there. And I'll show you how that's done because okay, so now what I'm gonna do is you see the knife has ridges on it. That's the best kind of knife to use, like with those kind of teeth on it, so that it can grip really well. If you use like a really soft knife or a smooth knife, it's not gonna, it's gonna give you a little more trouble. But you see with those teeth in there, you see how it's cutting that up open. You want to try to get as far as in the middle as you can, and you're not going to cut all the way through. You're just going to cut it open like a book. All right, see that? So it's open. I didn't cut it all the way through, left it right there, still connected so that I can fold it over when I'm filling it up. And I'm going to do it again on the other one. So basically you make one for home and you make one for lunch. And these you could freeze. If you do freeze them, make sure you put, a piece of tape or something with a date on it. So when you take it out the freezer, you put it to warm up and eat it. Don't let it get room temperature because you don't want to do that. You don't know how long the meat's been in there. All right, so this one came out a little messed up, but that's still okay. I'll show you why. Because once I fill it and I start folding it closed, it'll just work out. So you'll see what I mean in a bit. All right, so here I am putting the cream cheese, like just big glob, whatever you want. All right, but if you notice, I'm not touching the chicken with the fork. I put that glop on there and I go back into the cream cheese tub and get the next glop. I do not spread it until I've got all the cream cheese out. Why? Because you don't want to touch the chicken with the fork and put chicken juice back into your cream cheese. So I glop it on to both, and then then I start to spread it. Just spreading it like butter on bread. That's all it is. And then once that's nice and spread, then I'll go ahead and add the rest of my ingredients. Just to show you again, that's the cream cheese I'm using. And if you notice, you see how it spreads easily. If you get like the cream cheeses in the boxes or whatever, let it get a little bit room temperature so it can spread easily like this. If not, it's going to be like cold and hard. But this cream cheese that I get, it's about $3 and change a little tub, but it's soft so you can use it immediately right out of the fridge. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the cilantro and the garlic. If you can do so, by all means. If not garlic, I mean, garlic is the best, but some cilantro, green onions. You remember what the green onions look like. Put some of that in there. I promise you it'll give it flavor, but it's not going to make it like gross or be too strong. It's going to actually give it that much more flavor when you're, slicing it and eating the pieces. Plus, I'm sure you already know the benefits of cilantro and garlic for the body anyway. So please, please incorporate these kinds of seasonings. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some mozzarella cheese. This one is USDA organic. It's pretty pricey, so I mainly get it when it's on sale. So now I'm going to go ahead and take and just fill it with some shredded cheese. Mozzarella, I like. Yeah, pat it down, baby. Pat it down because you got to fold over the other piece of chicken on top of that. Now, what you did not see me do in this video was I did not season the meat inside, and you can. You should actually. I just missed that part in this video. So just be sure to season up your meat. The same way I'm going to season the outside of the meat is the same way you want to season up the inside. But then again, I did put cilantro and garlic. So, all right, now here we are just folding it. See how I'm just using the tongs just to fold that over and see how it's like nice and sticking together. Perfect. That's what we want. You know what I mean? All right. And then I'm going to do it to the other one. Now I'm just making sure that it's nice and stuck together. Now remember the other one was cut a little wrong, but like I said, it's going to be all right. Just try to pull it over, close it up as best as you can. Yeah, I found a little loop right there, so that worked, so that I could close it. And that's fine. I mean, if the stuff comes out, it's okay that it comes out. You know, it's still all in there, so no big deal. And you want to just, you know, as I'm doing there, just keep on like pressing it a little bit. I put that on there to hold it while I, you know, got the seasonings out, so it kind of like sticks together. And yeah, you could do this the day before or the night before and leave it in the fridge so then you can cook it the next day. All right, so now we're going to season it. If you wanted to use adobo like I just showed you, that's fine. But here I'm going to use different ingredients because I know you like the adobo. But here I'm using cumin, cumin, or as known in Spanish, cumino. I'm using cumin, and then I'm adding garlic salt. I'm adding garlic powder. I'll probably make you another video where I actually show you the ingredients. I don't know why I'm not showing. But anyway, turmeric. Got some turmeric in there. I don't think you have turmeric in your apartment though, but pepper. And I'm going to add some salt. This is actually the garlic salt. And see, I just seasoned the whole top. So now I'm just going to rub the seasonings in a little bit with the tongs, so it kind of spreads around on the top. I mean, you could use your hands, but I'm not going to use my hands. All right, so now I want to flip it so that I could season the other side. So I'm just using the tongs, and since it wasn't cut perfectly, you see, and it wasn't cut perfectly, and I was still able to flip it just fine. You know what I mean? I'm just using the knife to kind of stable it and hold the wax paper that I put down. But you can season this up on a plate. You could use a spatula to flip it, whichever way works for you. Obviously, I'm doing it the hard way. Good lesson, huh? So I flipped it. Yay! All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and season the other side. Now here's where you want to have your pot. I am using an air fryer. You don't have to use an air fryer, but I'll show you how to use it. If you like this one, maybe we could get you one. But I had literally just cooked something else in there, and I'm just literally gonna put that in there. But it's okay because it's like the same thing. Anyway, yeah, so if you have a fry pan, you put a little bit of oil in your fry pan, olive oil or the coconut oil butter flavor, and you just put that in your pan and go. Now, I'll show you here how I use the air fryer for it. And we're walking to the air fryer, and there we go. And then press the buttons. Now, I'll show you in a minute those buttons with a more clearer view. Now, your Tupperware. What you're going to do, because when you reheat it, chicken breast can get pretty dry. So add olive oil. And what I do is I kind of just pour some olive oil in there like that. And then that way when it's done, you just put your chicken on top of that. And when it reheats, you've got the olive oil. Olive oil is good for you. A good olive oil, not the cheap stuff. And they do sell that cheap stuff out there, which is not very healthy. So you definitely want to watch your olive oils. Try to get them USDA organic, non-GMO. All right, and then I'm going to add coconut oil. See, USDA, non-GMO. It's almost finished in there. And I'm just going to put that on top of the chicken. So it just gives it that much more flavor. And then I'm going to throw some more shredded cheese right on top of this. This bag is already almost done. So with what's in here, I'll be able to throw that on top of the chicken as well. So I got cheese in the chicken breast, and I'm going to throw some shredded cheese right on top. All right, so I'm just checking on the chicken, see how it's cooking. It's going good. I need to flip it now. You see how that looks when you flip it? Same thing in your pan. You could put a little bit of olive oil and fry it. Again, like I said, I'll make a video showing you how to do this on the stove. But you see how the other side looks? So that side needs to get a little toasted as well. And then I'm going to put it back in, and you can get it nice and crunchy. But you see how it's already looking, and that's what you want. All right, so now it's done. And that's your finished product right there. So I'm going to take the tongs and put it in the Tupperware. And you're going to notice that it's kind of all stuck together. You saw I just like kind of flipped it there. It's all pretty much stuck together really well. Even the one that was cut a little bit off, it's still, folded and overlapped well. All right, so now I'm going to add the coconut oil on top. So remember, you have olive oil on the bottom. And I'm adding now some coconut oil on top. Again, when you heat it up in your warmer, it's just so that the chicken won't get dry. Plus, you got all those nice oils, which are actually good for you, also added in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some frozen broccoli. Now, this is extra. You could eat the chicken just like that. But I went ahead and added just a couple of pieces of frozen broccoli around. And you could do that. Or you can use the frozen broccoli inside of your chicken. All right, so you can stuff your chicken with broccoli as well. But I went ahead and I just threw some around like that, just for extra veggies. Who does not want extra veggies? And then I'm going to go ahead and season up those frozen broccoli pieces with just a little bit of garlic salt. If you don't have garlic salt, you could just use regular garlic, or you could just use garlic powder or whatever. Again, it's just to give the broccoli a little bit of flavor. Because then when it heats up, it's going to get mixed up with the oils as well. So that's a good thing. And then I'm going to throw the cheese on top. So we're talking triple cheese, cream cheese in the middle, shredded cheese, and some more cheese on top. Come on. You love cheese, so there you go. You can't have it any better than that. I'm just using it all right there, just spreading it around, and there you go. Now, the small one is mine. The big one is Baz. So guess what? I'll just throw the rest of the cheese on top of his. Extra treat. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look amazing. How much do you pay for the same thing at a restaurant? But you made it yourself, and you know the ingredients that you added to it. And just close up your Tupperware, and you're one and done. Can't get any easier than that. You can make that as many times as you want and switch the ingredients that you stuff with it. And you're eating something good. Ta-da!